Texting. 865-301-911. Mayday. Unger done. Welcome to the Sack. It is a late Saturday night, just after 11 o'clock here in the mid-Sack. It is cooling off. Actually, it wasn't a bad day.
No, it was cool.
It was pretty
I played
cool.
pickleball this morning. Very cool.
Yeah, the sun never really beat us down. I got the front lawn mowed after work today. So it was a productive day. The redoubtable one himself, Tom Izzo. The highly questionable one, Ajay Miliacho. Well, pickleball's a workout. That counts. Welcome to IDD for those of you in the know. I don't disagree. It's a Saturday.
I know, but I always feel like shit when I sit on my ass the whole fucking day. Like, I woke up, I went and played pickleball for a couple hours, and then...
Nothing.
Sat on my ass.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
I mean, my son was sick, but that didn't keep me from doing anything.
What could you have done, or do you think you should have done today?
I mean, I could have done a little work. I have a presentation to do on Tuesday that I could have gotten caught up on, but I didn't. I could have went to the gym later in the day for a second workout, which I contemplated but didn't.
Mets were on, weren't they? First game. They were finishing that first
game. Yeah, the Mets were on, and that was actually a good game for the Mets.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah. So we're
going to not so much.
We're going to open up with that. The Red Sox and the Mets at Fenway, 2 Donnies in the Brook. 5-4, game 1. The Mets pulled that one out, came from behind.
After it being suspended last night. Did you see all the videos of the water coming down the steps?
I did. Torrential downpours in Beantown.
Let's put it this way. Fenway Park was not built with drainage in mind.
No.
Did you see some of those hallways?
Yeah. Oh, it was definitely flooding.
Looked like a fun-ass atmosphere. Mets fans all over the place.
Yeah,
Red Sox fans all over the place.
Apparently, the word on the street is I had some friends at the game today, actually. They said that the banter was playful and fun, and then when the topic of the Yanks came up, they all sang in unison, "Yankees suck."
both yesterday and today, that you would hear randomly "Yankees suck" chants,
and they would all unite and do it.
That's pretty funny.
That's pretty funny. So we stand where we thought we would, 1-1 after 2 games. Max Scherzer got lit up like a Christmas tree, 5 runs on 6 hits.
4 home runs. Guess when the last time he gave up 4 home runs was?
Dodgers?
No, the Padres last year in the wild card game.
The Padres.
When he gave up 6 runs.
6 runs, the Padres.
4 homers. That's the last time he did it.
Yeah. So
Maxey.
Yeah. So
Not
Boston regrouped. They won that one, 8-6. I forget who the pitching matchup tomorrow night, but
tomorrow it's Carrasco against TBD.
TBD. You never know. That could be him too. You never know.
I want to see if they've updated that. Maybe
they might have by now. I didn't think either team was playing well enough to sweep the other, quite honestly. So they're pretty much exactly where I thought they'd be. Again, I don't know. I would say the Mets need the game tomorrow more than the Red Sox do.
Of course.
So, to me, if Boston were to get it, it'd be a feather in their cap. But I would expect the best the Mets have, at least from whoever's playing tomorrow.
The best they have is not Carlos Carrasco.
No, but they used Scherzer today. And when did what's his nuts pitch last?
Verlander?
Yeah, wasn't he the first game?
No,
he was the.
He pitched in the previous series.
Yeah, so he's not in the road. Yeah, they're not going to bump him up for this. No. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But these games have been competitive. Thought they would be. Some stupid errors though by both sides. Yeah. I mean, the throw. I'll tell you what. I don't know who had the worst throwing error. Because you see the one the Red Sox had?
Yeah, of course
that was atrocious.
The homer. So
that was atrocious.
Okay, so in the inning prior to that, you have Scherzer, who gets frustrated and he pouts a little bit. I can see it in his face.
Yeah, I noticed that.
He's a fucking pouter. I'm getting sick of it.
He does pout a little old to be pout.
So, he gives up homer.
Bombs.
And bombs. And then there's 2 outs. A guy hits a little dribbler to the right of the mound. He's out. He's not in fielding position when he completes his motion, and he knocks the ball to the right. Picks it up. The guy is already at first base, and he just launches it 6 feet to the left of Pete Alonso. It bounces into the stands. It just seemed like he was pissed off and threw it.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's just corny, dude. You are almost 40 years old. you're our Hall of Fame pitcher, 3-time Cy Young Award winner.
Yeah, Bush League.
Like, don't do that shit. You know better. And then the next inning,
it should be.
I believe it's Jorge Alfaro, your catcher.
Yeah.
Men on first and second.
That was
2 outs. No, men on second and third. I apologize.
2 runs were in already.
McNeil hits really blistered a ball right up the middle.
Yeah, he did.
And the center fielder came up and threw home, which he probably could have just hit the cutoff man, and none of this would have ever happened. But he threw a rainbow to the plate. Alfaro came out to get the ball in front of the plate as McNeil rounded first, went to second, and then Alfaro threw the ball to the fence.
Alfaro.
He threw it all the way to the center field
all
fence,
the way
basically.
to the 420 triangle.
And McNeil ran all the way around. And the Mets went up 3-2.
Yeah.
And to me, that's kind of one of those plays where it shows something about the Red Sox because they still won the game in which they did that.
Yeah.
They didn't let that define them.
No, they're resilient. They are. They've proven that.
And it annoys me that the Mets didn't step on them at that point.
Yeah.
Because you really could. But what does Scherzer do? Comes out, gives up a tying homer.
Boom.
Then, inning later after that, gives up a 2-run, gives them the lead. This fucking first baseman of yours, I don't like him. Annoying as shit.
Yeah.
He's big goofy fuck, runs around with his hair flopping.
Cassis. His name's Cassis.
Cassis.
There's no T in there.
There's a T in there.
No, it isn't. It's C. I'm looking right at it. No, his first initial is T. That's his name. It's Cassis.
Cassis?
Casas. Tristan. This is him.
Okay, so maybe I saw the T. No, I just thought there was a T in there. Yeah,
Big dude,
he's annoying as
6'5",
shit.
6'5", young kid, young buck, 23 years old from Florida.
He's got some pop.
He does.
But he's a 240 hitter, and the Mets are making him look like he's a 390 hitter. In game 1, they couldn't get him out.
Yeah.
He was 3 for 3 with a fucking double and a walk. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
The Mets are bankrolling this guy.
My God.
Yeah. I mean.
And then, Scherzer gives up 2 bombs to this motherfucker.
Yeah.
First one, a solo shot.
No.
Second one, a 2-run homer.
Yeah.
And it's just like, damn, the thing that makes me upset about that second game is we had our supposed best pitcher on the mound.
Yeah.
We scored 6 runs and lost the game. Those are daggers.
Yeah,
the offense has come around.
The offense has been pretty good lately. So
Alonso has woken up.
2
in
for
the
4
series.
today in the second
Had a double
game.
last night.
Double last night. Yeah, well, I said this was a park to get him started. So he's responded.
He hit one off the wall yesterday.
Yeah, that would have been a home run anywhere.
Well, I don't know.
How high up on the wall was it?
It like right where that first shelf is.
That wall is like 40 feet high. Just so you know.
I know, but it was about a third of the way up, maybe halfway up.
Okay.
Because it's not that deep.
Where was he? Towards the corner, or was it out towards?
It was like a wall scraper in left field.
Okay.
Like it hit that shelf. So it might have been out, but I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe you're right.
I'm just saying that monster has prevented a lot of home runs.
Yeah, you're right.
But the short porch in right field makes up for it.
But I think the monster also prevents a lot of fly ball outs too.
Because it does, because they bound it roam off the wall.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it helps you and it hurts you.
Yeah.
Thus the basis of its appeal.
But but I mean, it's good to see he's hitting. McNeil started hitting now.
Yep.
Having better at bats, and Mark Canha actually had a good day too. So that's all good. The other thing that pisses me off about Max doing this, in a big game like this, it hurts his trade value. Whatever trade value he has, it just continues to make teams go, why would I want that?
Yeah.
You know? Because we were looking at the ERAs the other night of the Orioles saying, hey, look,
could he help
that's a perfect team.
Yeah.
Then I started seeing it all over ESPN. Obviously, because they watched the show.
Yes, they do.
No, I think I saw it somewhere too.
No, but they did see it on ESPN. They did say what you said on ESPN.
I know.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, and I didn't see it on ESPN, but I feel like I might have seen something.
Get here first, boys and girls, for your updated sports news.
But you know what I'm saying? Like it's so if we're gonna end up trading, we need our guys to be worth shit. You know?
Yeah, this didn't help him.
The more he does this on a big stage like that, who's gonna need that? Who's going to want that?
It's going to, first of all, you may require that, but you're not going to give a blood for it.
Right. That's the thing.
That's the thing. You said to yourself, they got to get something for him.
But
otherwise
the
it's worthless.
only value is if Cohen decides to pay a lot of the contract.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? Like if Cohen says, "Look, I'll pay $20 million of this," you've got even that.
How much does he have left?
He's got 40. So he's getting $43 million this year, and he gets one more year. It's his option. Yeah.
Oh boy, his option.
So Cohen would have to pay like half this year and half next year.
Yeah.
For somebody to actually
take him. Yeah.
Because I mean, him at $20 million.
Wow.
Is overpaying, but it's not like insane.
No.
Okay.
He's a 3-time Cy Young Award winner.
And he's still he's still decent.
Yeah. He's not shitting the bed. I mean, for him
he's shitting the bed.
For him,
home runs.
For him he's shitting the bed. Yeah. For a normal pitcher.
Well, look, he's not sleeping in anybody else's bed but his own. He's shitting his own bed.
He is. I'm just saying he's better than most pitchers.
Yes, that's true. That's a true statement.
I mean, that's all. But and I think you know, to your point about the money, I certainly hope it doesn't get to that point where he's willing to eat $60 million, whatever it is, to get him out of here. Because
I could see him eating.
Think about it, 60 something, whatever it is, 20 million this year, 40 million next year, or half of it, maybe 40, 50 million, whatever it would be.
Well, I mean, they basically already paid him half of this year, right?
Yeah, well,
you get paid.
Well, yeah, you get paid
bi-weekly.
So yeah, he's got over half his salary because they're past the midway point. So,
but man, somebody. Well, yeah. So you say, look, you take on whatever he's left this year, and next year we'll take $20 million away.
Yeah.
So you got to pay him $23 million next year
to go away.
But if you're the Orioles who don't pay people, I don't know if you'd do that.
Well, that's the thing. We're talking the Orioles here. This isn't the Yankees or the Red Sox who traditionally would throw the money at a guy like that.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. What is the demand for him going to really be?
If he doesn't have one of these,
he has one of these. I don't really know who's going to come knocking. So you may not be able to give him away. But
and the Mets got injured today.
Yeah, I was going to say
So Luis Guillorme hurt his calf.
Yeah.
So he got put on the IL. Starling Marte got put on the IL the other day. Yeah. Tommy Pham pulled his groin the other day, has not been available for 3 days now, but they haven't put him on the IL. So he's taken up a spot on the bench, but he can't play.
3 days and they have not put him on that. Usually by the third day, you're like, all right.
He came out of the game on Thursday. He got pulled in the second inning. Then he didn't play Friday and didn't play today. So it's basically 3 games he's missed. And they can't use him.
Yeah.
So that becomes tough in baseball. The Red Sox had lefties galore today.
Yeah.
And we didn't have another righty on the bench, you know, to come up in a pinch hit situation.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they ended up, instead of calling up Mauricio, the guy I've been talking about for 3 months, the guy that every Met fan
has been
wants
talking
to see,
about, yeah.
They call up fucking Danny Mendick. Exactly. And what do you know? Down in AAA tonight, losing 7-6. The Syracuse Rumble Ponies. Ronnie Mauricio comes up with a man on and hits a walk-off 2-run bomb to win it. Could have been on the Mets tonight.
Could have been at Fenway.
But
could have been hitting that dinger over the monster.
Hey, Danny Mendick did a great job sitting on a bench all night.
Yeah.
Good job, Billy Epler. Hey, another thing, remember the bullpen arm you just traded for a week ago? The son of a bitch has given up 6 runs since you brought him on board. So now let's look at this. Last year, you gave up 5 prospects for fucking three prospects and J.D. Davis for Darren Ruff, who eventually was cut and went back to the Giants. Okay. Then you gave up.
He was cut and went back?
Went back. Then and he did nothing. Then you gave up a bullpen arm that we need desperately now. Young bullpen arm, Colin Holderbaum, who I think some kind of name like that. He's pitching well for the Pirates this year in their bullpen. But you know who you got for him? Daniel Vogelbach.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Basically Tommy Izzo at the dish every time.
Pillsbury Doughboy.
It looks like me batting when Vogelbach's up there.
He had a swing tonight, which I believe was for the final out, where he swung so hard I thought he ripped both his shoulders.
Well, just before the final.
Yeah, he
hit a bomb last night.
He did hit a bomb.
He hit a 2-run bomb.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
as much as I talk shit,
he's got front porch power.
He's got pop.
He's got pop. No one disputes. We saw him hit one last year.
We saw him hit a grand slam.
That thing still hasn't landed yet. That fucking thing got out of there in a hurry.
That thing was hanging, dude. That was a moonshot.
Well, I'm saying it disappeared.
Went straight up.
Yeah.
So
straight
Billy,
up 400 feet later.
Then we also traded for Michael Givens, another bullpen butcher. Billy Epler has been bad in terms of trade deadline pickups.
That old butcher of the bullpen.
Yeah. So
baseball has far too many of
anyway,
those
though,
the
I mean, in the first game today, the Mets hitting looked like it did last year.
Mm-hmm.
The only problem was the minute somebody got into scoring position, everybody's asshole went. And they couldn't.
Oh, the old Aaron Rodgers, did they?
Yeah, tight.
The old bear.
Tight like a tiger. Yes.
Right, Stephen A. The old bear.
But I mean, they were able to score 5 runs and win.
Yeah, pitching held up.
Game 1. Yeah,
Middle relief held up.
Yes.
So.
And I thought y'all would have. I said y'all had the advantage that game because.
Yeah, I don't.
It was all bullpen.
Yeah, but the Red Sox. This is the thing.
They have a better bullpen than the Mets.
Okay.
They do.
Okay, I believe you. I'm just saying. That doesn't mean shit.
You saw what our bullpen looked like tonight.
Yes, I did.
Although yours looked bad too in the night.
I'm saying ours almost gave it back to you. Look, neither one of these teams is being lauded for their pitching right now. With the Red Sox, it's about their offense. They're 4th in the league in average. Going into this series. They were 8th in hits. They were I think they were 6th in RBIs. I mean, the Red Sox, that's their strength.
Yeah.
And they played to it. 12 runs in 2 games. They're playing to their strength. So, you can bash the Mets pitching all you want, but again, this is like when they're playing a good team.
No.
At least from an offensive standpoint, they are. They're 4th.
Max Scherzer should not give up 4 homers
to
anyone.
Him I agree with.
That's all I'm talking about.
No, that I agree with. But I'm just saying that, I mean, it doesn't mean that you still can't get to him. But 4 bombs? No, that's not acceptable.
No, if they had touched him up for 3 or 4 runs and he gave you 6 innings.
The Red Sox aren't known for home runs. They are known for producing runs, but they more manufacture them than they whack them. Well, Devers is doing his thing, but after him is a drop-off. So, but Duran and Yoshida continue to carry this offense with their bats because one's 315, one's 319. They're right at the top of the lineup. So they get you off and going. Yoshida's been consistent all year long. So
that guy's good.
He's been very good. So kudos to the GM for that one. He got that one right. But again, I think the Red Sox, from an offensive standpoint, can be a playoff team. My thing is their pitching is going to eventually be their undoing. Okay, if they don't get another frontline starter, because I don't think they can do anything with this pitching staff. They listen. You can hit yourself into a tournament, into a postseason, but you will not win it that way.
I mean, Paxton looked pretty good though.
He did today. Last game, he got lit up for 6 runs in 3 innings.
They said he was pitcher of the month in July.
The last game he played is what I'm talking about. He got lit up for 6 runs in 3 innings.
Jeez.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, he did look good today. I'm saying that and again, they've got the Red Sox. To be fair, they've got young arms that have come through the farm system. This Bello kid, this other guy, they've got some quality arms there. They're young, but they're developing and they're doing it in what looks like the middle of a freaking playoff race, which is probably the best experience. Like I said to him last year about the Giants, there's no experience like playoff experience, or if you're in a pennant race or a that's the best kind of experience because that's under pressure,
dude. But look at this. Okay, Paxton. Mm-hmm. Go back to May 31st. I'm gonna just read his starts. Mm-hmm. 1 run, 2 runs, 1 run, 3 runs, 1 run, 0 runs, 2 runs. Then he had the 6-run start.
Last game.
That's his only bad start.
Yeah,
he gave up 5 runs against the Angels May 24th. But I mean, that's a good stretch of pitching.
No, I'm saying he's got potential. They've got some guys here. That's why the thing is, I'm wondering.
Paxton's not young though.
No, he's not actually.
I don't think so.
I don't think he's young, but he's not one of the ones I was referring to.
He started pitching in Seattle in 2013.
Yeah, so he's been around the block. But the other 2, or the other 3 actually, Bellows is one of them. I have to go back to their roster.
Who was the guy last night? Crawford.
Yeah, it was Crawford. Let me see.
He got dinged up.
Yeah, he did.
He gave up 2 bombs.
Yeah. When I go to their pitching. They have, Brian Bello was one of them. I think Tanner Hook. Not him. Clubber. Corey Clubber.
Kluber,
right?
He's nothing.
Yeah.
He's old.
He's the one I'm looking for. The other guy I'm looking for is pretty good. I can't remember his name. Yeah, man, they got a couple of arms. Chris Martin, I don't know where he came from, but he's been pretty solid.
Dude, I didn't realize that Rafael Devers was so bad at third base.
Oh, yeah, he's bad. Yeah.
They showed his numbers?
Yeah, he's bad. Thank God he
Dude, they showed his numbers. Let me see if I have it.
Mm-hmm.
It said, like, in the last... Yeah, here it is. The Mets showed this. Most errors at third base since 2018.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 3 guys on that list.
Mm-hmm.
Jose Ramirez has 62. Eugenio Suarez has 65. Mm-hmm. And guess how many Rafael Devers has?
64.
108.
108.
He's almost got double what the next guy has.
108.
That's incredible. Now, I mean, I know
that sucks.
Look, that's 5 years.
That sucks.
Okay?
It sucks.
But like 108 errors when it's almost... I mean, it's basically 50 more than the next guy.
It blows.
That's terrible.
If he wasn't hitting the way he was hitting, he's been hitting, power-wise.
Well, I mean, that just shows what a good hitter he is.
Yeah, well, I'm saying he offsets.
Because they gave him some money, didn't they?
They had to. They let everybody else walk out the door. They were about to get lynched. If they had let him walk too, they were going to get lynched. There was going to be hangings on Yawkey Way.
Here's Scherzer. 6 innings pitched, 6 hits, 5 earned, 2 walks. Come on, Max. Come on.
And 1 temper tantrum.
And a little pouty wowdy face.
1 temper tantrum. But we'll see what happens tomorrow. Again, I think this is more important for the Mets to grab this one than the Red Sox.
Mets have no chance.
He's calling it. He's calling a shot now.
Carrasco's going. 5.35 ERA.
Jacob Brusback Carrasco. Yeah, who it is. Red Sox are currently 2 out of the wild card spot. They are chasing Toronto.
The Yankees caught him.
Yankees are tied with them, same exact record. Going to be a Donnie. Out west, it's Arizona, Frisco. Cincinnati's holding it down. Philly, Miami 1 game back. Padres 5.5. Cubs 6. Mets 7. Mets haven't moved. So, yeah, Mets need this game tomorrow. Somehow, some way they have to figure out a way to get it done. Transitioning to the NBA briefly before we take a break. Jaylen Brown is back in town. He's doing a local fundraiser in Boston, which is a really cool charity that he funds. He runs, basically. So kudos to him for that. They are engaging in contract talks, or have re-engaged, rather, in contract talks. As most of you know, Brown is eligible at the end of next season for the maximum $295 extension for him. You've heard me say before on record, I don't think he's worth $295. The rumblings up there, it's kind of split down the middle, which I don't get.
You mean among the fan base?
Yeah, it's kind of, and I don't get it because.
All right, I'm listening. I'm just reading some details about Max contracts.
That's fine. My thing is this. Look, I like him as a player. He's got tremendous upside. He has not hit his prime yet, but you can't tell me that a guard who makes all NBA and can't go to his left, he's like the black Zoolander, and he shoots 72% from the foul line. A guard, okay? Just looking at those 2 things, he had 9 turnovers in the closeout game in Game 7 at home. 9 turnovers. When Tatum went down and we needed this guy to be that guy, he shrunk from it like you wouldn't believe. So, based on those facts, you can't tell me he's worth $295. You just can't. Okay? He's never improved his foul shooting in 5 years. He still can't go to his left without looking at the ball. That's JV crap. That's 10-year-old crap. Again, he relies mainly on his athleticism, his physical talent. Yes, he can play defense when he locks in. Again, that was the other thing about Game 7. Why wasn't he locking down, taking one of these scores and trying to at least do that on the other end? He didn't even step up like he did in the Philly series and go after Harden. So that tells me he shrunk from the moment. And guys that shrink from the moment don't make $295 million. They just don't. They just don't. So I can see 230, maybe 240, maybe, because that's still 50 to 60 million over what anybody else could give him. Really? Because the next best offer you get would be 180 from somebody else. 180 is the max offer any other team could give him. So would Jaylen Brown be dumb enough to walk away from 50, 60 million dollars?
But would it be dumb?
Yeah, he would be dumb. Yes, he would, and I'll tell you why.
No, but you're saying dumb in the sense that he wouldn't get that from somebody else?
Nobody else. Well, nobody can pay him that. He can only get 180. It's the max he can get. So he can't get it anywhere else.
So why would you walk away from it?
I'm saying, why would he walk away from that? Okay? But to sit here and say that if they offered him 230 and left that on the table and he'd feel insulted? Insulted? You're kidding me, right? I know there are kids that I've coached that have a better left hand than you. That'll never see the NBA unless they're a paying customer. What the hell are you talking about?
That is pretty weak.
Okay? You're a 72% foul shooter. That's 5 years worth of material. You've never improved your foul shooting. I've seen you cost this team games at the foul line. You've never fixed that problem. And you're going to tell me you're worth a max salary? And then there's Game 7. The absolute crap fest. Okay? I mean, that was one of the worst performance choke jobs I've ever seen.
How many turnovers did he have in that game?
9.
Ugh.
Okay? You got outplayed by an undrafted free agent.
Caleb
Martin. And the game was in Boston. He was at home. Are you effing kidding me? 295? No. What? Seriously? What fucking drug out there would I have to take that would make me think he deserves that money? I'm trying to wonder if there's a drug that exists like that. I'd probably die first from it. So, no, 1,000 times no. And if he's insulted by the 230, then trade his ass. Because honestly, you can get a lot for him, and you can spend that money a number of ways. You got Porzingis locked up for the next 3 years. You got Tatum in the fold. You can go buy another All-Star.
Dude, you can't rely on Porzingis. I'm trying to tell you.
I disagree. I don't think he's ever. Problem with your statement is he's never been in this situation.
He's gonna get hurt.
He's not the guy. He's not.
I know he's not the guy.
He was the guy in New
Wasn't
York.
the guy in the Knicks.
No, but he was supposed to be.
He couldn't be him.
No, I'm saying he's the third guy.
He wasn't the guy in Dallas either.
No, but he was supposed to be the number 2 guy there.
And he couldn't even be that.
Yeah, well, but I'm asking for number 3. I'm not asking
He's
for
just
2.
going down the wrong.
Well,
he was trying to be number 1, couldn't. Trying to be number 2, couldn't. Now he's trying to be number 3, and all of a sudden he's going to be the best damn 3 in the league.
No, he just
could be.
He just has to hit his average, which was 24 points a game and 9 rebounds. He does that, they're in the finals.
He has the skill to do that whenever he plays.
Yeah. Again, they have a rotation.
When it counts, he's not going to be there.
They have a rotation of big men where I think he's, because again, they've got the time, they've still got Al Horford on under contract. They can rotate. He's not going to play 40 minutes a night. He's not going to.
When it counts, he's not going to be there.
Okay, we'll see.
I don't want to be right on that because
there's no evidence to tell me otherwise.
I'd rather see y'all win it than anybody else besides
He's never been on a team this good. He's never been on a team that realistically was a favorite to win the championship.
True.
He's never been in this scenario before. And he knows his history, and he talked about it. He knows he's got a lot to prove. They extend him out. He knows, look, I got to be available. And he said, my biggest thing is I got to stay on the court. He's said
the best ability
is availability.
Is availability.
That's true across the board.
I know, but it's just such an annoying phrase.
I know. Everything that's true annoys you, it seems.
It's not true.
The best availability is availability.
I'm not saying the statement has no merit. I'm saying it's an annoying statement.
I would argue it has all merit. It would. So we're going to take a quick break, come back. Segment 2. The Giants made 2 transactions. I think one of them at least is good. He thinks they're both trash. And we will get into the...
I'm just in a shit mood.
Well, the Mets lost a game they could have won, and you're pissed off about it. Right. I get it. The Red Sox lost a game earlier they could have won, and I'm pissed off.
I know, but you ended the night on a win.
But we started the day on a loss.
True.
At the hands of you.
I'd rather finish on a win. I'd rather finish.
You got one. Don't be greedy. So, in any event, we will take a break. We're going to find Yoda, Joe Boo, all the good stuff. It's a slug 'em back Saturday. We will see you just very, very, very soon.
It's a sick of it Saturday.
Sick of it Saturday.
I'm sick of it.
I'm sick of it.